what you did, you little jerk.
What's going on, jerk faces? Welcome to another episode of the Circle of Jerks podcast. As always, your host, Robert. I'm right here. We got Andy, our backbone. And we got James back again. So awesome to have you back, James. And our new guest, a good friend of mine. I know him from the post office. And, we've hung out a few times. He's got a lot of interesting stories and, kind of likes to shoot the shit and good overall fun stories. So we're going to enjoy ourselves and why does everyone welcome Luis. Luis, welcome on.
Welcome. What up?
Thank you.
So we'll start off a little bit. How did you come to meet us? Obviously, you met them through me, but you can share a little bit about how we met and became friends.
Yeah, through work, USPS. I mean,
well, represent.
Right. USPS.
What are the official colors of the post office?
It's like blue, red, and white.
Blue, white, and like red.
Red, white, and blue. Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
USA.
right.
America.
Just grab them.
Oh my god.
Yeah, pretty much USPS. I mean, yeah. And what else?
Well, I remember I knew you through work, but we didn't really talk until not talk about work. I think we had kind of a party with some people from work. Mm-hmm. There was we had some sort of barbecue after. I think it was on a Saturday too, actually.
Yeah, it was on a Saturday. We had a barbecue. We had tacos. We had pretty much everything.
Yeah, and we ended up
Nice.
we went out kind of drinking afterwards. It was me, another person that was supposed to be on here who flaked out on us.
Let's put him on blast. His name is Josh Correa, last name Correas. Josh, I'll repeat that, Josh Correas.
He flaked out, but it was,
to hell.
Yeah,
it was the three of us that ended up kind of lasting the longest. We just kind of kept drinking, hanging out, talking, shooting the shit, and
yeah, he's actually the laziest carrier in Chatsworth.
That's why my letters are always late.
Right. Hey, you asked for it for not showing up.
I know them's the rules. You don't show up, we talk shit.
yeah.
You get roasted.
But yeah, that was. I think from then on, that's we just kind of reconnected through that, and we found out we had a lot in common and became good friends.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
So how did you get started at the post office? What made you?
Before the post office, I used to do security. I got tired of doing that.
If I can ask, where or what typically did you? Were you
security, entertainers, firms,
Mm-hmm.
businesses. What else? Pretty much corporate. And I got tired of doing that. I did that for 5 years, and then I started applying for elsewhere. And and then eventually got hired USPS. And 6 later.
Have you had some interesting stories in security?
Security?
Or not really?
Not really.
Peaceful.
I'm trying to find the 5 years. Yeah. Okay. Here's a story.
Yes. Spill that tea.
Story
Spill that
number
tea.
one. Story
Spill
number
that tea.
Okay, so there was this guy. He got fired from some executive floor because I used to do security on high rises.
Right. Okay.
So this guy, I guess he got fired and he was bitter.
Right.
So long story short, he threatened his boss. So he sent a letter with some white powder substance.
Yeah.
Okay.
I wanted to help him bake a cake.
I know. I said, he said that he needed some baking powder.
Yeah. So the boss or his boss at the time, we're talking about maybe I want to say 10 years ago, maybe 8. Mm-hmm. So he sends his letter to his boss with some white powder substance. Excuse me, my slurring speech. I had a few. Anyways.
He's like, this is how we do on the Circle of Jerks podcast. We get lit.
Okay. On that note, I got a shirt saying lit.
Oh,
Lit, you know, lit.
that's how you do it.
Yeah, he's
That's how you do it.
undercover lit. He's undercover.
Right? Hey, we got to drink to that. All right, cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers. All right.
So what ended up happening?
So, like I was saying, so this guy, former employee, he sends a letter with powder substance. Okay, everybody gets all paranoid, so they call LAPD, fire department, whatsoever.
wow.
So they pretty much blocked the whole floor, quarantine, blah blah blah.
Mm-hmm.
Coming to find out, it was freaking like flour or baby powder. Yeah, so they,
Of course,
the
of
whole
course.
freaking
Yeah,
did
got
a
all, like,
commotion, and yeah, that was the end of it. I just found it entertaining. I mean, of course, it's not no laughing matter, you know, but still, I mean, I just thought that
in
was
hindsight, it's
hilarious.
hilarious,
Yeah,
but
right.
in the moment, it was terrifying.
Yeah.
Exactly. So yeah, that was
Interesting.
that was.
Oh, okay. So in your security job, did you handle like a lot of like the kind of like the exits, like people like, being escorted out, people who have been fired or laid off,
I mean, usually, people that get fired don't usually come back. I mean, because
Oh, right, but I mean, and I know like a lot of like corporate like positions,
Yeah.
like you get escorted out by security.
Right,
So
right,
you
yeah.
you kind of handled that aspect
pretty
of the
much.
job.
Yeah, escorted, and then.
I mean, other than that guy that sent in the powder, was there any like big blowups that you like kind of like were
Blowups.
either a part of or you were kind of somewhat involved with?
Not really. I mean, it's just mellow stuff. I mean, nothing too crazy.
Okay, so no one, you never had to drag anybody out kicking and screaming.
Nah, nothing like that. Yeah,
Okay.
everybody's professional, and yeah,
Okay,
not too crazy.
well that's good.
But
Yeah.
I mean, yep.
So you pretty much just you got bored of doing security.
Yeah, I got tired of that. As a matter of fact, I gained weight.
Oh,
I gained 40 pounds.
Dang.
Yeah.
wow, 40 pounds.
40 pounds.
Man, I mean, just looking at you now, I would never have guessed that you were ever
My
like, that
heaviest
big.
was 240 pounds.
Jesus
Dang.
Christ.
Wait, and you're like what, 5'10"?
I'm 5'11".
5'11".
5'11", yeah.
Shit.
And then I'm down to 185.
Wow.
Okay.
Man,
Yeah,
you're like,
because I
you're
saw
like
your
a,
old
Yeah.
pictures when you first when
I was
you
a
first started.
freaking- Yeah, I was.
Wow, you're like a brick.
Damn.
Yeah, I was fucking fat.
I saw those
beer
old.
belly.
Speaking of the person that we're shaming too, like I saw Josh's old pictures too. He looked
Yeah.
like he was fucking pregnant.
Yeah, he was. When actually, true story. Josh, when he got hired, he was 9 months pregnant. He was 9 months pregnant, and then a month later he gave birth.
I mean, his picture too that like he had like by the truck. You look, his gut is like. he
Wow,
looked-
it's just like it extends out from his body.
yeah.
Right.
Wow.
He looked like he was wearing a pregnant lady
Dang,
smock.
dude.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's kind of like what those skinny fat guys have.
Oh.
No, it was all fat.
Oh, it was all fat.
Yeah.
No, there's those skinny dudes that are just like skinny in the chest and then
Yeah, and then
have
like
that
the
gut.
Beer
Yeah,
gut.
Yeah.
I don't know.
kind of like the Vince Vaughn type of body.
yeah. Those
Like
spindly
skinny-
lungs,
yeah,
spindly
skinny
arms,
fat.
dude.
He's skinny fat. No, but like but I mean, because the last time I saw Josh, like I could believe that.
Yeah.
I could believe that.
Yeah.
Hey, so
That-
how'd you
them's the
lose all
rules,
that
all right.
weight?
You flake out, you get roasted.
Yeah.
Good for you for losing all that weight. So how long did it take you and what'd you do? Because I'm into fitness and all
Yeah.
that and being active. So just curious.
Probably took me maybe 2-3 months.
Okay.
Oh,
But
wow,
I
that's
was
pretty
actually
fast. That is fast.
I was actually doing labor. I mean, keep in mind, I
Well,
was doing
because like 'cause your
security.
new job, you were like,
Security, I was not doing anything but patrol, walking around,
yeah. Well, I mean,
versus working, lifting heavy stuff.
8 hours a
know?
day.
yeah. So you're more
Physical,
active, and
yeah,
I mean,
I was more
as
active.
opposed to like your security job, where you were
Right.
probably like sitting behind the desk for like
Right, right.
majority of the time.
Looking at cameras,
Right.
which nothing happened
Okay.
most of the time.
So it was work. And did you like go to the gym or go running also after?
I did go to the gym, you know, at least 3 days a week.
Okay.
But now, I mean, I've been slacking. But eventually, I mean, it only takes me maybe 30 days, maybe 4 to 6 weeks to get back in shape.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I mean, Yeah.
Congrats, man. It's a
Yeah,
lot of
very
weight to
nice, very
lose,
nice.
dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that was the same with me. Like when I started, like I wasn't heavy, but I lost weight working
I
there,
remember,
and then
yeah.
Yeah,
I kind
you're a
of
little chunky.
But not pregnant, right?
Yeah, but
You're
not
not
pregnant.
pregnant.
You're
Yeah,
chunky,
yeah.
but not pregnant.
but the yeah, but I also like I've gained back like a lot of the muscle I had from like back in my like Navy days. So yeah, my arms and chest are back a little bit, and then my legs are cross country shape again. I don't know if like I had that endurance that I used to, but yeah, at least not
Yeah, I
not
remember-
the fast endurance. But
Yeah, I remember when you first started, you were like kind of hating life.
Oh, I thought I thought I was gonna die. Like it was just, I was in a lot of pain. But
Right. Yeah.
now that like after about like 6 months, that was when I was like, all right, I felt a lot better.
Word.
Seems like a tiring job, dude. Yeah.
It can be, especially like first starting out with you have just, kind of crazy hours. You're doing a lot of kind of the shit. Lifting a lot of like heavy packages, especially if you're not used to it. It
Yeah.
can be kind of a drain. Like I don't envy the what the carriers do because that's insane.
Yeah, they definitely earned their dollar.
Right, because
Yeah.
they have that huge, like, kind of like duffel thing that they have to lug
Yeah.
around, and
See, we
it's
only
not just like letters, but there's sometimes like packages in it. And
yeah, because what we do, we work inside the post office, so
Right.
like the packages that we're sorting through, we only have to deal with that shit once. They had to do it like a few times through the day.
or like onto the truck, off the truck, in
Yeah.
their bag,
Exactly.
so on and so forth.
Yeah. So it's I prefer our job, a lot more. But it's still backbreaking work.
Right.
Especially you work in the afternoon. We have our dock operations because we have a outgoing we're sending mail out and pushing those like wire cages and these big metal crates that go around. It's heavy, man. So you're getting the cardio through like walking, but you're also like lifting. You're pushing or lifting heavy weight. So it's kind of CrossFit-y in a little bit of a way.
Yeah, give or take. Yeah.
Yeah, except not as gay.
Like flipping over that big tire.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Was there anything that like made you want to become like to join the post office, or was it just like it was just something different?
Just random.
Just random?
Just random. I also did apply for the MTA.
Okay.
Metro.
Yeah, because I would imagine you apply to like different places, not
Yeah,
just
yeah.
like it's like not just post office.
Right. Yeah. So I applied for Metro. I mean, I failed the driven test for MTA
Oh.
3
Oh, like
times.
driving a bus.
Yeah, driving
Okay.
the Metro bus. Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like it's tough.
Yeah. I failed the test 3 times.
Oh,
I
shit.
was like, okay,
Wow.
the second time, all right, maybe I got it. And then no, second time failed. Third time failed. Okay, maybe it's not for me. So maybe I should look elsewhere. And so I did. And when one door closes, another one opens. So I was like, okay, maybe it's not for me. And 6 years later, here I am.
Nice,
All right.
nice.
Yeah, and I plan on being there for the next 20, maybe 25 years. Yeah, as long as people shop on
Yeah.
Amazon or online.
Oh yeah.
Hey,
will.
shout out to Amazon.
Okay,
'cause,
people need
hey,
to get their penny savers. Okay.
No, not Penny Savers. They went out of business.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Forgot about
Penny
that.
Savers vintage now.
Yeah, I know. Oh man, I mean, I don't know. Like, I mean, for maybe I don't know like who our demographic is, but I don't know. Maybe there's people out there who don't know what penny saver was.
That's true. Yeah, I remember I had one of my aunts worked for Penny Saver.
Right.
Yeah, but that's right. They did go out of business. I forgot about
Yeah,
that.
Right.
that happened when I started, maybe a year or two into it, and then like half of the carriers was celebrating because now they don't have. That's less weight they had to
Yeah.
carry.
Yeah.
On their satchel and.
We still do have businesses that will have like coupons, sales, and like all other like kind of advertisements that they spend good money to send it out, and I mean obviously it must work because they keep doing it, so
Right.
they're not
Yeah,
going to just
exactly.
keep spending that money for nothing.
Yeah.
Hell, I mean I look forward to getting those coupons every week because I
Right.
use them.
Yeah, exactly. Especially when the beer's on sale.
Yeah,
You gotta know when the beer's on sale.
Yeah,
You know?
usually between like certain like big events, like St. Patrick's Day, New Year's.
Speaking of St. Patrick's Day, it's coming up, right?
That's right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
March.
All right. Hey, thanks
Couple
for
months. Yeah.
Thanks for reminding me.
Yeah, I know. Because
Oh wait, it's February, so next
Yeah.
month.
yeah,
Okay.
because we pass
Yeah.
out those advertisements to the carriers and stuff. So he's always looking like, let's see what sales are going on.
Exactly. Yep.
Uh,
So, yeah.
So you're also, since I've come to know you, you talk a lot about some of your travel experiences. You go out to a bunch of different places, U.S., internationally. And we had someone on the podcast several months ago, a friend of ours, Christina, great gal. And, she's a young female that just kind of goes around, does a bunch of stuff. And what made you kind of want to start, going out traveling? When did you what was like your first big trip?
When did you get bit by the travel bug?
It was random.
Yeah.
I decided to get my password first. Okay, sorry, I'm slurring my speech.
Your
So
password?
okay, just don't. I'm sure people won't notice. So don't bring attention to
Okay,
it. You know.
okay.
Yeah,
All right.
the password is
Passport.
passport.
Passport. It all started with my ex.
Mm-hmm.
Things was going south. I decided to get a passport.
You get away from that crazy bitch, right?
Yeah. And then I decided to get a passport, and then after that, I started deciding where to go.
Mm-hmm.
And then after that, sky's the limit. Sky's the limit. The only thing you got to look out for is the travel ban. The travel
Oh yeah,
ban.
certain countries are like, they have like the advisory.
No, not only advisory. U.S. citizens are banned
Oh,
to enter.
really?
Okay.
What was one of the places that you wanted to go that you like U.S. citizens are banned from? At the time?
Venezuela.
Oh, really?
Venezuela, it's one of the countries that's travel banned in South America.
Mm-hmm. Wait, when was this?
Oh, this was a couple of years ago.
A couple
but
of years
ago. That makes sense.
There's a list where U.S. citizens cannot go.
Like, so you couldn't like go
Yeah, through
like,
the State
because I know
Department.
some people like with Cuba we had all that stuff going
Yeah,
on.
yeah,
So people
now-
would go through Canada and then travel there
To
through
Cuba,
Cuba.
yeah.
Was
But-
that something you could do to go to like Venezuela, or is it like just
No, because I'm a U.S. native.
Yeah, so it's like U.S.
So
citizens
you gotta
at all.
be native of Canada in order to go
I see.
around it.
Wow. Okay.
Unless I don't know, maybe your parents are Canadian and then you somehow could go around that and then become native.
But
I don't
like,
know.
but it's like U.S. citizens. No matter how you try to get there, it's no go.
Yeah, like some of my buddies, they're born in Central America and they could get Central American passport and U.S. passport, so they could use either or.
They have dual citizenship.
Dual citizenship.
I see.
Dual citizenship. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, other than that, probably like 8 countries out of the whole freaking world. I mean, you got plenty. So,
True.
so yeah.
But no, I wouldn't have known that. I didn't. Well, I mean, Venezuela makes sense. I don't know if I'd really want to travel there. To be honest,
Right?
but
I know, especially
not
right now. Especially right now.
I like South America where my dollar could go a long way. I like third world countries.
Yeah, you do
Right,
talk about
yeah.
that a
But
lot.
I mean,
Southeast
like, yeah, I
Asia,
mean,
too.
right now in Venezuela,
You'd be a king.
Yeah.
Well, no, not necessarily, because they're actually their money is like so worthless that they're doing it by the pound.
Holy shit!
Yeah, so
It's-
they're like
I know
they're
it's
taking
bad,
their money,
but
yeah,
Jesus.
and they're weighing it, and that's like the value
That's-
of it.
Damn, dude.
That's
And, like,
post
and they're
World
like-
War
and they're-
One Germany.
No, exactly, and they're trying to like kind of mess with it a little bit by adding like sprinkling like dirt on it to like make it weigh more so you can get more. So
God damn.
yeah, I mean,
I mean, I know they were eating like dogs and cats.
yeah,
and
and they're
shit.
like they've eaten their entire all the zoo animals are gone, and not because like they escaped, but because people ate them.
Damn.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
so
mean,
that's
they're
how
having
bad it
like
is right now.
they're trying to overthrow the people are trying to overthrow the government right now
Right.
over there.
Yeah, Maduro. They're trying to get because something with like their last election wasn't legitimate, and so like their constitution mandates that some like I forget who it is specifically in their government, but they take over, and like a lot of countries, including the U.S. and like have recognized this other guy as like the interim president. So yeah, it's like kind of like in the baby stages of a revolution over there.
Yeah,
Crazy.
pretty crazy stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So
But yeah. Anyways, but back to happier things. Like what was your favorite place? What was your favoriteest place that you traveled to?
You know what? My favorite place had to be Thailand.
Oh,
This guy, yeah. James loves Thailand.
2015. It was beautiful. It's cheap, beautiful. Nightlife is crazy.
The food,
The food,
is
everything.
good.
So it's the full package. In the
Yeah.
day, there's all the nature stuff you can
Right,
do. At
right.
night, it's like the crazy nightlife. You know what I mean? When
Right.
did you go there?
I want to say 3 years ago, 2016. Wait, was that 16? 3 years ago?
Mhm.
Yeah.
I went
2016.
15. Yeah, so about the same
2-3
time.
years ago.
Yeah. 2016.
Where
you
in
know what?
Thailand?
I don't regret it. Bangkok and what is
Pattaya?
it? Pattaya.
Oh, Pattaya is crazy.
Yeah.
Dude. Did you go to
I
the
mean-
islands? Any of the islands?
I wish I would.
Yeah, that was fun.
But I only had maybe 9 days, 8-9 days.
Yeah.
So I was limited, but still, I have fun.
it was
I mean,
crazy. I'd go back for
yeah,
sure.
yeah. I definitely would want to go back in other parts, I'm sure.
Yeah. Oh,
And the food, I mean, if you like Thai food, hey, that's a spot to go.
it's bomb.
Bomb,
You had a meal for
fresh.
like less than $2.
Right.
Good meal. Yeah.
And the beer is super cheap too.
Yeah.
I remember being humid. But I'm used to
Yeah.
humidity, you know, islands, New York, yeah. So definitely, if you've never been to Thailand, hey, that's the spot to go.
It's a spot to go.
Yeah.
I heard Vietnam is fun too. I'd like to go there. Philippines, I have a lot of Filipino friends, so
Okay.
a lot of like nice beaches too, super cheap too. That's
Yeah,
what
definitely.
I hear. So
Yeah, I never been to Europe, but I'm
Same
saving.
here, yeah.
I'm saving that for last because Europe, I heard, is expensive.
Very
so,
expensive.
So the dollar, you know, you're actually losing money.
Mm-hmm.
So I personally like to travel where my dollar
Oh,
can
yeah.
go a long way.
Right.
I actually touched $1 million, but not in the U.S.
that's right. You told me this story.
This was actually in Colombia.
okay.
I touched $1 million with $800.
Oh,
I was like, sweet. I was like, hell
Oh,
yeah.
when you got it like converted.
Yeah, converted. I touched $1 million.
Wow,
my
800.
gosh.
Okay, well, back then, whenever you went.
This was 2 years ago.
Okay. So the exchange rate was $800 was equal to $1 million.
$1 million point something.
Yeah.
Jesus,
in Colombian
yeah.
money.
Yeah, so I was
Wow.
like,
That is
hell
crazy,
yeah.
dude.
I was like, I can't seriously say I touched $1 million.
we'd all be millionaires. Dude.
I know. Dang.
Right? And yeah.
right.
Yeah. That always it's funny. Man. That reminds me of that story of J.P. Morgan. Like not just like the financial institution, but like the actual person it's named after. But the story goes that his dad, who was also like this big kind of multi-millionaire, and he came to him as a boy with $1 million in cash, and he's like, here, it's like, and he put it in front of him. It's like, pick it up, and he picked it up. It's like, feel the weight, and then he takes it away from him. It's like, now go make your own. I was like, damn, that has to be like the most craziest like inspirational, motivator in the world. Like actually feeling the weight of $1 million. And it's like, and then being challenged, like, all right, now go make your own.
Yeah.
Make it happen.
Yeah,
In that case,
I know.
I'll
I know. But
hire-
if my kid ever, like, if I ever got to that point, and my kid got all smart ass, he's like, let's go to Colombia.
that too, yeah. Or go to Asia.
Yeah, it's like, you little
Hire-
smart ass.
Hire at least 15 to 20 girls and have them work for you, and there you go, you can flip it.
God.
You can make, I'm telling you, if you would make prostitution legal in the U.S., I think the rate will go down.
Yeah,
Not
I mean,
not only that, but I mean, people will actually be happier in life.
But the crazy thing is, people are doing it anyway, right? There's like so many
Illegally,
ways.
yeah.
legally
But I
doing
mean,
it.
if you like get some sort of regulation on it, then you could like in theory you can then tax it, and you could like you could have a closer eye on it, have
Yeah.
like specific standards, and have like mandatory testings and da da da. And,
yeah, I don't think that'll ever happen in the U.S.
Yeah,
though,
I mean,
right?
it'll never happen.
I mean, I said that about cannabis, weed, reefer, it will never be legal, and
Here we are.
here we
Here we
are.
are.
Just like alcohol,
Uh-huh.
it was legal at one point. I mean,
I don't know, but like I think there's but there are thresholds, and I
Yeah.
think there are some thresholds that people aren't willing to cross, and
yeah, that's
true.
true.
I think prostitution would be one of it. I mean, cocaine I think would be another one.
Cocaine's a hell of a drug.
I know, it's a hell of a drug, but I don't think people will be or black tar, heroin, things like that. There's certain thresholds that
extreme. Yeah.
yeah. Although one time, just as a thought experiment, I did challenge somebody who was like saying like, "Oh yeah, we should make illegal all drugs," and I took the counterpoint because I like to.
He's like to be an asshole.
I know, yeah, I like to be an asshole.
Yeah,
so
but isn't one of the European countries everything legal, like all drugs? I heard. I don't know. Maybe
I know, like Amsterdam is
Amsterdam.
like.
I mean,
Yeah.
Amsterdam
Yeah.
was like the
Amsterdam.
leader, and they were the first. Like they were kind
Yeah,
of like
'cause-
they were like the ones to one of the first to legalize weed. But I don't know about hard drugs like that.
okay.
Yeah.
I don't know if there's any place that where like the super like crazy hard drugs are legal per se.
Right.
I think everywhere is like, it's kind of like looked down on.
Yeah, like for example, I mean, I've gone to Colombia myself, and that's maybe the second best country, in my opinion.
in South America.
Right. Not only because prostitution is legal. Okay, let me repeat. Let me repeat myself. Not only prostitution is legal, but pimping is illegal. So
Pimping is okay.
prostitution is legal,
Prostitution.
but pimping is
So-
illegal.
So they're not like kind of held in slavery. They're kind of in charge of themselves.
Right. And prostitutes, they legally pay taxes. They pay taxes. It's a trade.
Right.
Yeah, it's a legal
And
trade.
it's
regulated.
So those
So-
women become their own. Yeah, they're in their own business.
Yeah. So just like the Secret Service in Cartagena.
oh yeah.
They got taxed
Yeah.
by the prostitutes. They got taxed, and then they were refusing to pay a ridiculous amount. But over there, they got something with currency. They thought it was way too much, but it was actually Colombian currency, and then they were.
Oh, so they're asking like $1,000,
Yeah,
but then in
So
Colombian money.
Yeah,
or
yeah.
something.
They didn't know any better, so the prostitutes or the male escorts or whatever you want to call it, they called the cops on them, and then that's how they, the
Oh,
whole
that's how- and
scandal,
that's
the
how-
whole
okay.
scandal, and blah blah blah, and yeah, so yeah. I mean,
But now we know you love Colombia.
yeah, Colombia. You know what? Yeah, definitely got to check that. Check that out.
Oh, the only well, a lot of reasons I'd be against legalizing prostitution, but one of the things is just like the thrill of the hunt, basically. Actually like getting convincing a woman to sleep with you. I think that's the last great sport.
Honestly,
Damn.
I think that's the last great sport. It's just like
honestly, in my opinion, and this is my opinion only, money talks. I mean, you could persuade.
Yeah, I mean, I
any
get the no. Well,
You could
yeah.
bargain. You could bargain. You could negotiate, but it's a win-win. I mean, she's in need. You're in need. I mean, it's a win-win, in my opinion, and I can only speak for myself. And this is on record. Yeah, you know what?
People have needs,
Yeah, people
It
have
is what it
needs,
is.
and
Right?
hey,
I mean,
you know
yeah,
what?
there's tons of arguments, for it or against it. But for me, again, okay, I'm speaking for myself personally. I just enjoy the challenge of it.
Yeah. Exactly. Oh shoot. I was about to say something.
You had
I
something
thought-
on your
I know,
mind.
just like
Yeah. See, I tend to do that a lot. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Kind of on the same subject, but not really. Mail order brides. How do you guys feel about that? I mean, it's a win-win, kind of, right? I mean, she's in need.
If both
Yeah.
people are mutually
Yeah, I mean,
agreeable
yeah.
to it,
Right?
I guess people
yeah,
can do what
if
they
both,
can do.
if both parties are amenable to the idea,
Right.
then
It's
That's
an
weird,
opportunity. You're opportunist.
Well, I mean,
mean-
there's because there's a lot of times where you do. There's a lot of cultures that do have the arranged marriages, so it's kind of kind of the same thing. Although
I mean,
it's
like
kind
in
of,
principle, they're the same.
because you're not
Right.
necessarily like in love when you get married, but it could turn into that.
Right.
So I mean, I don't know. I mean, it's not my cup of tea, but yeah, I don't see any really harm in it. I mean, there's some times where it's like it just seems like, oh yeah, you can kind of tell like yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely.
I have a feeling though, like with my situation, that's I think that's what people are gonna see.
Yeah.
Hey, tell us about your situation.
Oh, that's right, okay.
Officially,
Yeah.
Officially, I know
now.
because we kind of like dance around
Yeah,
it, but
yeah,
now
yeah, yeah.
officially,
So-
I think let's yeah.
So there was our last solo podcast with just the three of us.
Okay.
That was when I went through like my situation with my ex, where I was going through some struggles. There was some infidelity, not on my part. I didn't do anything wrong, but so
Cheating ass hoe.
yeah. And you know the story. I told you what
Yeah.
happened.
I mean, you didn't go into detail, but I kind of have an idea.
Yeah. Well, yeah, pretty much like I got cheated on like repeatedly.
Damn.
And so I was like, all right, well, I decided to kind of, break up with her and move on and move it into a different direction. So I went on a couple different like dating sites, and on
Was one of them Christian Mingle?
it was not Christian Mingle actually.
I was trying to be funny. I'm sorry.
That's funny because I'd consider that.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. No offense.
No, I don't care.
No,
I
no,
don't
no,
care.
no.
It's,
But well, because I'm not.
I do blackpeoplemeet.com.
J-Date.
no, there's so many different ones. There's specific ones
Yeah,
like
they're very like specific.
There's
There's
the
ones like-
farmersonly.com
yeah, that
or
one.
whatever.
There's
Oh, yeah,
black
farmers.
female for Asian male
Oh yeah.
also, and
Dude, I'd be all up
Is
on
that
that.
specific?
Yeah, and there are a lot of like very specific
a lot of
dating
black
Get outta
women
here.
like Asian males. It's
I
a
know.
thing.
And I've always said that
I've
if
heard-
I was ever to
I've
get
heard
with
I've heard it's the other way around though. Sometimes, like where it's
Well,
like,
Well,
yeah.
no, obviously.
yeah,
Who doesn't like Asian
but
women?
I mean it's just because Asian
obviously.
yeah,
But no,
yeah,
a lot
yeah.
of black women.
Yeah,
I-
the Asian
I-
men and black women are like are the least popular in terms of potential dating partners. I'm just being real.
not anymore. Like,
Well, I know Asian men
guys.
have come up a little bit,
lot,
but in like
'cause of
since,
K-pop,
but
right.
still there are some barriers. And I've always said that if I ever got with a black chick, then our theme song would be black and yellow.
There you go.
Yeah, black and yellow, black and yellow.
That is fantastic.
Oh my
You know,
God,
I
that's
agree with that because, I mean, the older generation, not too much, but now the newer, they're open minded.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Especially with
So-
like K-pop and all
Yeah,
that,
yeah,
and social
yeah,
media.
Yeah, sure.
No, I
Oh.
have no aversion to inter race or anything like that. It's just it
Obviously.
seems like
Obviously.
yeah, it just seems like that's it. It seems like such a very specific website.
Oh
like,
no, there's so
Oh, no,
many
yeah.
because there's a niche
It,
for
yeah,
everything.
because it
Go
can
open
be
your
that
app-
it can be
app
that
store.
hyper specific because
There's so much. Anyway, go on.
Yeah.
So you want
So
some
anyway,
match
so my current girlfriend, I met her through Match.
Okay.
You can say hi to her right now.
Yeah, like if she's watching, Nicole, hello.
Hey, what up, Nicole?
Yeah.
Y'all on
What
good,
up?
good terms or? You
Yeah,
hate
no,
her?
we're-
You
yeah.
hate her? No, you don't hate her. No.
Oh,
No.
the ex.
Oh, my ex.
Ex.
I don't hate her. Like the whole situation still kind of sucks. Like, I mean, we're not like friends.
Okay.
I don't really talk to her that much.
Okay.
I mean, she tried to after like I came out in the open with my
Okay.
new relationship.
What's her name?
My old girlfriend,
Yeah.
Joyce.
Joyce.
Yeah.
That's the one that did you dirty.
Yeah.
Okay. Hey Joyce. Hey, you passed up a good thing. Hey, it's your loss.
That's right.
No,
You dumb
Real
hoe.
talk, real talk.
Yeah,
Yeah.
real talk.
But yeah, so I met Nicole through Match. I mean that's her English name. She's Chinese, and
In that case, you ain't getting your green card. You heard?
but yeah, no. So I met
Jesus.
Nicole through Match, and it turns out she's from she's Chinese. She's from China, and her English isn't great, but we communicate pretty well. So we're able to we've been learning a lot more about each other, and the distance kind of sucks because obviously I'd rather be here. But I think it's kind of good where distance can either ruin a relationship or it can bring you closer together.
Yeah,
in my past relationship, my ex, she's only a few hundred miles away and she's in NorCal, but yeah, that she couldn't handle it. Whereas with my current relationship, I mean, she's across the world, but we've grown really close. So that way, like when she does come here, I think that's gonna help things a lot. So we video chat, we talk all the time.
That's good as long as she's not a catfish. I mean,
no.
She's real?
She's a real. She's a real person. Like,
okay.
I know.
Yeah, I'm always,
if she said, like Rob came to me, he's like, yeah, we haven't video chatted yet. She keeps saying that her camera keeps getting broken.
Yeah.
I'd be like, what? That red flag right there.
And like she's asking me for money for some reason.
Yeah.
too, right?
Who was that football player that got that famous catfish?
Yeah.
He was some like Samoan guy from like the University of Hawaii, I think.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
We'll have it somewhere up on the window.
Future
here
me, find it.
Yeah. We'll fix that in post. Yeah. But anyways, no, she's a real person.
Okay,
we video chatted a bunch.
Good.
And I'm starting to learn a little bit of Chinese for her. She's been learning English for me. So we'll meet somewhere in the middle.
Okay.
Wait, she speak Mandarin or Cantonese?
Well, Mandarin she understands, though where she's from Sichuan.
Okay, yeah.
So she has like
Cantonese.
kind of like a different dialect,
Yeah.
but she's like, if you know Mandarin, like that's fine. But she says like it'll probably be easier for me to learn English than for you to learn my language.
know.
Oh yeah. Also, like Cantonese is like it's not.
Cantonese
really,
is weird. Like
that and it's like not commonly. It's like it's being kind of like almost phased out in China.
yeah, I have I think my one of my friends from middle school, his family it speaks Cantonese. It's just it's kind of funny sounding.
Yeah. It's God, like how to describe it.
It's kind of sing-songy in a way. I don't know, like that's
True.
kinda,
Yeah. That's a good way of saying it.
Or Mandarin is more kind of like straightforward. Like
Mandarin is also tonal.
right.
But then but Cantonese actually sounds like you're actually singing.
Right. Yeah. That's kind of the best way I could describe that.
Right.
Okay.
But yeah, no. So I met Nicole through Match.
Hey, so how did you click on Match? I mean, how did the conversations go? Because I'm sure like she had a ton of guys.
Oh
match
yeah.
up with
Well,
her,
that's
so
yeah.
How did you end up being the lucky guy?
I have no idea, to be honest.
What does she like about you?
So when because I messaged like a bunch of people, just kind of like or not like just I wasn't like everybody. Obviously I'm looking for something specific, and with her there was just something kind of I don't know. She looked attractive, but she's kind of like more kind of an old fashioned type of person. So I was like, that works for me.
She's an old soul in a new body.
Exactly. And so I just kind of messaged her, like, it's kind of I liked your profile, blah 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 blah, and said a little. I kind of shared a little bit about me, and because I asked her, it's like what is it about me that made you like message me back, and she says honestly I mean I don't know why I specifically like messaged you back because there were so many people that had messaged her, and she. But when she looked at my profile, she's like, there was things about it that she liked. That I'm a Christian, so she's like, that's good.
Awesome.
And there was some other things, and then I met her just before Thanksgiving. We started texting through Match, but then it's like, she's like, do you want to just like for us, we use a app to message each other called Kakao Talk. It's like a lot of Koreans use that. So there's a Chinese version called WeChat, and so she wanted to like talk through that, and so we started talking, and we have talked pretty much every day since just before Thanksgiving, and yeah, it was funny because I was like, she's really cool, like we speak different languages. We grew up a world away from each other, yet we have so many similarities. It was really weird. And she brought it up first, like, for some reason, I don't know why, but like I feel like I can trust you and like open up to you and share stuff with you, and I'm starting to really like you. And I was like, wow, I was feeling the same way. So it's like that's awesome, and that's kind of how we ended up, getting together. And yeah, so it's kind of So people are gonna think that I have some mail order, to get back to our points. Like people are gonna think I had some mail order bride, but it's like that's not the case.
Good. She's gonna visit soon, right?
Yeah. She's working on her visa right now. She's actually she's taking a trip with her friends to Vietnam because she loves the beach. So she's in Da Nang right now.
Right on.
Right.
Yeah, and it's like warmer there. So she's like she's happy, and when she found out like where we're from, it's like I'm like 30 minutes away from the beach, and within a day we can travel to the mountains, to the beach, to the desert, to
everywhere.
wherever you want in a day. And she's like, does this place exist?
And I was like, you live
California
in Narnia?
love, baby.
Yeah. So she's excited to meet all you guys and all that. So
Looking forward to meeting you too, Nicole.
yeah.
I don't know. But I just thought of some crazy random stuff.
Do you share with the group?
Rush Hour. When Chris Tucker and the Jackie Chan, he's like, just like home. And Jackie Chan, just like.
Oh, yeah, it goes to it takes him to the Chinese theater and all. Like just like home, right?
Do you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth?
I don't know. I'm just random.
No, that's a funny.
I'm just random.
Yeah, so no, I don't have a mail order bride. No, she's a real person that I met through a legitimate way. But I have, I don't have any aversion to people doing the mail order bride thing. I mean, you gotta do what you gotta do, man.
Yeah, exactly.
Everyone wants to be with, to have a marriage and a family and all that good stuff. So why,
Word.
So to kind of get back to our we started talking about travel and then we got to prostitution and mail order brides.
Yeah, right.
So we found out some interesting things about you, Luis.
Where else have you gone?
Yeah.
Just throw it down the list.
The first place I've gone, it was Dominican Republic, the Caribbeans. Then after that, I went to Japan.
Oh damn! I want to go to
Nice.
Japan.
Yeah, I wanna-
Where in Japan did you go? Like Tokyo or?
I went to Tokyo.
Kyoto.
I think it was Kyoto, and then Mount Fuji. I really want to go to what is it, Hiroshima?
Oh
But-
yeah.
But my time was again limited. So yeah, I mean,
Dang.
definitely I would
That's-
want
I
to
wanna
go.
go. I wanna go
Yeah,
there, dude.
definitely. You know what? Japan reminds me of the U.S., but
Cleaner.
cleaner. Cleaner, yeah.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah, no, that's
everything's pure.
everyone.
And
That's
no
awesome, dude.
trash on the streets.
Yeah.
Like,
Right.
Yeah.
Everyone I've talked to have said exactly the same things. It
Yeah.
reminds me of the U.S., but cleaner. And it's but I believe it because like the Japanese, they ingrain such a strong sense of civic
Duty.
duty and pride.
Right.
That,
Which
like, if so-
you all used to have.
yeah, that America used to have, and so like if someone sees someone just like littering, then they kind of confront them right away. It's like, hey, pick that up, and that's why you don't see like all this like trash on the ground or like even gum.
Yeah, I also appreciate the fact that you're not forced to tip or
Oh,
they
yeah.
don't
Korea
tip.
too.
Yeah.
No
Yeah,
tax
Korea
or
too.
tip in Korea.
Yeah, I heard.
Like tip,
and sorry, one of my friends, he went to Korea and then he went to a restaurant and after the meal, like he paid and then he left a tip, and like the lady, like the waitress, came out and like running after him and it's like, what the fuck? It's like you
Yeah.
think I can't afford
Yeah,
shit?
they find
And,
it-
like,
they
and
find
threw-
it-
That's
they
the exact
threw the
opposite
money-
of like when we go to
They threw
Koreatown.
the money back in his face.
They find it disrespectful,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
If you tip, yeah.
Yeah. It's the exact opposite when we go to
I know,
Koreatown.
they
They're
run
checking
after
after us.
us
We're
like,
like, you didn't leave enough tip.
Yeah.
Seriously, man. How
Right.
does that work out?
Exactly.
So when you travel, like, are you what are you traveling? Do you like to look at like the historical sites? You look for the party scene?
Yeah, one, historical sites. Two, me personally, like I said, I only can speak for myself. Number two is the women. I mean, I'm single. I have no kids. I have no wife, no girlfriend. So yeah, I mean, I like to try different meals. If you know what I mean. I mean, yeah, I have.
He likes a lot of smart women.
Yeah.
I like to try a lot of
Smart
women. So yeah, I mean, I'm open-minded for sure. I mean, trying new things at least once. I mean, honestly, my mother once asked me, what would you want in life? And then my response is always the world. But then again, the world's never enough for me. I mean, if we had more planets, I mean, I would go. Really, because this world, I don't think is big enough for me personally.
So you like the chase to explore, to see new things.
Yeah,
do
I
new
like
things.
I like to think outside the box, even though sometimes I'm stubborn. I'm stubborn. I mean, now I'm 32. I'm stubborn, but now as I'm getting older, I comprehend more. Because before in my 20s, it's either my way or no way. But now I'm getting older. It's like, okay, I sympathize, and okay, I understand more. I always grew up hard-headed and stubborn, but now, I mean, I appreciate everything. I appreciate cultures. I appreciate women. I mean, I do have a sister. But still, I mean, each his own. I mean, each his own.
It's funny. It reminds me of that line in Training Day when Denzel Washington and Ethan Hawke's characters are first meeting, and then Ethan Hawke was telling the story of his first like training officer, and then he had a woman training officer, and then Denzel's like, you hit that, and he's like, and then Ethan Hawke's character is like, oh no, I got a wife. It's like, you got a dick.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're that's a great line.
It is.
Hey, to the ladies watching, hey, he's only speaking for himself.
But no, I kind of feel you on the thing where as you grow older, because I'm a stubborn guy too.
Yeah.
Not that I was overtly like a jackass or anything, but I wanted things more my way, and I think as when we're younger, we're definitely more selfish. But as we get older, get wiser, we gain better perspective. We have more information to work with.
Right.
And I definitely see the world much differently than I did back, when I was in my 20s. And it's not that that long ago, but you go through different like hardships. You go through you get different responsibilities as you get older, and the world it's not we kind of tend to see things as black or white. Now I think I see the world more gray, where there's definitely evil out there, but it's not like not everything is evil per se. You're more I think there's a lot of
or big E, capital capital E,
right, because I think there's a lot of things that are very like they're neutral, but it's how things are used is what makes them evil or not. Because you look at it from a lot of us we're Christians here, so we know that like the love of money is evil, but money itself isn't. But people tend to look at money as being evil, where having money is evil.
But then again, what is money?
It's just a tool I think it's just a tool that can be used.
Yeah, it's a pass for you to,
Yeah.
To survive, to live, to thrive.
Yeah, they say money makes, quote unquote, makes you happy, but what is happiness? I mean, that part is like is I think a little subjective. Happiness comes within. I mean,
well, exactly, yeah. I mean, but what I'm saying is because people see like they'll say, oh well, people have a lot of money. Oh, that's bad. They did bad things to do it. I mean, obviously that's a big topic nowadays. But I see it as like, the love of money. If all you're doing is like, I'm gonna get money any way I can. I'll cut anyone out. I'll cut any corner. Take anyone down to get money. That itself is, I think that's evil.
Right.
But when you're just used, like when you were able to, you worked hard, you did the right things, you were a kind person, and you happen to also make a lot of money, and you use that money for not only to take care of your family, but you're very generous with it. Money's just a tool at that point. It's like, obviously you might have better things, sure, but that doesn't
money
make
is nothing more
money.
than...
So I was saying, like, there's a lot of things in life like that where it's very neutral. It's how you perceive it and how, like, it, because anything can become evil if you really try. Like, there's a lot of great tools out there that are used for bad things. Like, we have now with like phones and social media. It's a great tool, but there's also a lot of people that use it for terrible things.
That's true.
Word.
But okay, let's change the subject. I mean, I don't know. Let's talk sports. Super Bowl weekend.
Oh, you got it. Let's
Bowl
take
weekend.
away from more of it.
Yeah.
Sorry, this is a very nocturnal transmission-y.
I don't mean to cut you off, Robert, but yeah.
No.
Super Bowl weekend. Rams, Patriots. Me being a New York Giants fan, I freaking hate the Patriots. I fucking hate Tom Brady. Freaking the New England Deflators.
Yeah, well, I'm a Bills fan, so I've always hated the Patriots, even when they were terrible.
Yeah, exactly. So
I
hate the Patriots. Hope they lose. Yeah.
So have you?
Tell us how you really feel.
Obviously, you're a Giants fan. You got the tattoo.
Yeah, Giants tattoo. Got the Giants logo.
How did you? Were you always a football fan?
Honestly,
how did you get into football?
Honestly, I was a basketball fan first.
Right.
I grew up the Chicago Bulls. I was a Chicago Bulls fan before I even became a Laker fan.
Right.
I grew up watching MJ for the newer generation who don't know who a Jamie Michael Jordan who I don't know Michael Jordan. Yeah,
Yeah.
Chicago Bulls greatest player of all time.
Agreed.
I concur.
Before the Lakers, I was actually a Chicago Bulls fan. This is nobody knows this, but before I was a Laker fan, I was a Chicago Bulls fan, and after that, Kobe Bryant came, and then I converted just like that.
Yeah.
Watching
Kobe play.
Kobe,
Oh my God, he was a
man.
clutch.
He was my hero throughout my middle, junior high days, throughout high school. You know what? One thing I will never forget in my entire life. And this is, a stamp. In 2009, I was in NYC, New York City, going to watch the Laker game in New York City, Madison Square Garden, Manhattan, and Kobe scoring 61
Oh,
points.
you were there at that.
Yeah, nice.
I was in that game.
Wow.
Nice.
Kobe
Yes.
Bryant scoring 61 points, beating Michael Jordan, his 55 points. And then now, fucking Carmelo Anthony, fucking bullshit ass record. Yeah, throw him in the garbage. Well, anyways, Kobe Bryant, I was there in 2009. I think it was February. It was the beginning of February.
Yes.
It was
Was
around
that 10
this
years
time.
ago? 10 years ago.
It was
Wow.
around this time.
Damn, 10
And you
years
know
ago.
what? That year, New York Lakers. LA Lakers, they won a championship. And I was freaking bitter because the day before, we lost against Boston Celtics, the 2008, and I was freaking bitter because you know that rivalry,
Yeah.
Lakers, Celtics, it was back.
It was definitely good to see that rivalry again, though.
Yeah.
Yeah. For like,
It just
It was-
had that
it was
we
like-
sucked to be on the losing end of that, but
yeah. I mean, it was like I remember like back during the Magic Bird days. That was a really bitter rivalry.
that's the best thing about sports. Baseball. It's Yankees, Red Sox, Dodgers, Giants, Cardinals, Cubs.
Right.
For my sport, NASCAR, it was Dale Earnhardt, Jeff Gordon, Kevin Harvick, Kyle Busch. Those are like the rivalries.
Right.
But that's what makes sports go around.
Yeah.
Yep.
So you grew up a basketball fan.
Basketball fan. Then
Because I can remember the day I became a football fan too. Like, do you have like a? Did you watch it with like your family? Did you? Who got you into it?
No, I was actually in New York working for this Italian restaurant in Long Island, and eventually it grew in me. I mean, Giants, they won the Super Bowl back in
A long time ago.
I want to say 2000. No, not 2012. 2008.
Yeah.
No, so it was
2008.
So
Yeah.
that's
Oh wait,
that's,
yeah,
so
that's right.
Eli,
It was,
Eli.
yeah,
Yeah,
Eli.
Eli
Manning,
Yeah, I thought
yeah.
I thought you were gonna say like when they beat the Bills, like you fucking asshole.
Nah. That was the 90s. Right?
Yeah, that-
No, we're talking about the late 2000s.
Okay,
like
so-
2008.
All right,
That's
I
when
can.
Eli Manning won his first
The only-
Super
yeah.
Bowl, and then after that, I was converted.
That
like
was
in
a
heartbeat.
crazy ass
Yeah.
game.
and it was against Tom Brady
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
and the
Oh, yeah,
Patriots.
Undefeated at that point.
It was no,
They were
that was-
undefeated
they
until
were-
that Super
No,
Bowl.
that was the second one. No, the first.
That was the first one. They
Okay.
were undefeated.
Yeah, they were
until that-
undefeated.
That
They were
is
15-0,
crazy.
and then here come the Giants and spank on the fucking. The Patriots.
That was that David Tyree catch to the helmet that
Yeah,
saved
yeah.
that game.
Yeah. So Eli Manning. Can I repeat that? Eli Manning. It's Tom Brady's daddy.
That's true.
Yeah. Yeah. He not only won once but twice. And you know what? I'm looking forward for that 3-peat. So hopefully Eli, hey, don't retire. Let's beat Brady's ass.
Go for that third.
Yeah, for that third 3-peat. So yeah. So hopefully the Rams kick Brady's ass. Yeah, I fucking hate Brady.
Are you into any other sports besides are you
I
like
used to play soccer too.
yeah?
Yeah. They call it in Espanol football. Football, yeah.
Football.
So soccer in
Football.
Real
English. I
foot-
was actually a goalie.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
I
you
was
were?
actually a
Nice,
goalie.
man.
I was the worst goalie. I was the worst goalie. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, I was the worst goalie. You know what? On my first game, they scored 8 goals on me.
Jesus Christ.
8 goals, yeah.
Yeah.
So I was
Eight goals?
8 goals.
Holy shit.
And we were
Man, you really did suck.
I freaking yeah. Yeah, I was bad. I was like,
But your team
bad-
won, scored
bad-
at least 1 point, right?
or
was it
You know
8-0?
what? I can't remember
Oh,
how
okay.
many goals we scored, but I do remember how many goals
They
they scored
scored.
on me.
Yeah.
We remember the pain more than the
Yeah.
the success.
Yeah, so they would score a goal on me, and I was like, "Oh shit, what just
What
happened?" I was like, "Oh shit, what happened?" And
Wow.
yeah, but you know
Okay.
what? After that, I kept on playing soccer, football, and then eventually I got into basketball, and then I started playing basketball. And you know what's funny? I always played better on my practice games than I did the actual game. Cause
That happens a lot, though. You know,
Yeah, yeah.
in the heat of the moment.
yeah,
like-
I always had stage fright.
yeah.
Stage
yeah.
fright. I don't know. I guess the
The
crowd.
mentality is
Yeah.
a big part of
You
competing.
know,
Yeah, I
practice, you have fun, you know?
Yeah.
And you're not worried about competition. You just enjoy yourself having fun. And then when it comes to games, then you have fans, you have parents.
The pressure,
Yeah,
everything.
pressure.
Yeah, for sure.
That would happen
And
to
it's
me
like-
bowling.
Yeah, and then it's like, holy shit. It's like, okay, I'm shooting a free throw. Okay, I can nail this. But then again, you have people
Yeah,
watching.
you have the pressure.
Pressure. It's like, fuck, you fucking choke. But that was me.
Yeah. No, because like me and my friends, when we used to go bowling a lot, yeah, we'd always do like the first set was just like practice, you know, just to get warmed up, and then the second game we'd always like bet something, and in the practice I'd always do great, but then like when when it was a real thing, then I was like I couldn't keep it together. No matter how hard I tried, it was like I didn't suck, I just was inconsistent. And that was like really annoying because during the practice round, I was able to throw strikes and I was able to get spares and all that good stuff. But when it came, when the moment came and it really counted,
Yeah.
I could not be
Yeah.
counted on.
I think that's what makes like the professional stars so amazing because
Right.
you
Yeah.
get the guys that they crave that moment.
Right, because
Yeah.
they can perform with they thrive off that pressure and off.
Right.
You know,
off,
I mean,
They
like,
grew
you
up
know,
with it.
I
you
mean,
know?
we all know the moment Jordan and
Kobe, dude.
Yeah,
All those
Kobe.
clutch
All
moments.
those guys they craved that moment that they wanted that spotlight. Derek Jeter in baseball. Even like the NASCAR stars, they crave that spotlight. They want to be the guy that's right there, so everyone sees them. It's like, look how great I am. I think it's part of you have to be like a little bit selfish for that. Like you want that moment. You want people to like praise your name in a little bit. It's just maybe it's a little bit of a narcissism in a sense, but
I get it.
but I think that's what makes like those sports stars great. It's
Pressure. Yeah, for me personally, I crack under pressure, but it depends on the circumstances. I mean, sports, yeah, I do crack, but when it becomes a life in general, I mean, I think I get handle myself.
I think
mean,
that's a little bit different too.
yeah. I mean, you got other people depending on you in life, in real life,
Right.
versus sports and
Yeah.
Yeah, I would
don't
say, definitely real life situations are different than sports,
Yeah.
situations.
yeah.
Where people's livelihood
Yeah.
and their life is on the line.
Right.
I think that's a little bit different than shooting a basketball or throwing a football. It's a little
Right.
bit different.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, hey, Josh Correas, you a bitch for not coming. You bitch. Yeah.
All right. Speaking of Super Bowl, like, who do you think? Well, I mean, I know you want the Rams to win just because you hate the Patriots.
Yeah,
but
the Rams.
But what do you think their actual chances are?
The Rams are the underdogs. They do deserve to win, especially for LA. LA really needs a win
Right. Yeah.
because we had the Dodgers choke.
Again.
I keep telling this guy, and then Monica. We were okay. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to mention any names.
Oh, that's okay.
Yeah. Whatever.
Well, so yeah, Dodgers choked. I was actually rooting for the Atlanta Braves. Wait, yeah, were they played the Braves?
Yeah,
right?
they played the Braves in the
The
first
final.
round.
No, wait, not the the World
In
Series.
the-
What
They
was
played
that?
the Red Sox in
Red
the
Oh,
World
the Red
Series.
Sox. Okay, I was actually rooting for the Red Sox because my mom's she's a big Dodger fan, and I was just going against my mother. Yeah, and it's my mother's favorite sport, baseball.
Right. Okay.
I just like to go against her. I don't know. It's just me personally. I don't know. I just like to go against. I don't know.
You like to be a contrarian. I can tell that.
Yeah. And then it was my
There you
mother's
go.
favorite
Then you're in good
sport.
company. You're in
Yeah,
good
yeah.
I
company.
know, right?
Yeah. So yeah. That's,
So my heart wants to go with the Rams too.
yeah.
My mind tells me it's
gonna be
probably going to be the
Patriots.
Patriots. I think their one downfall, their defense is awful.
Who's defense?
The Patriots.
The Patriots?
have terror. I mean,
As-
both teams have kind
As
of.
long as the
Swiss cheese
the-
defense.
the Patriots don't deflate balls, and I mean the Rams are good.
Because the one here's the reason why why Tom Brady's been so successful in his career, and it's not. I mean, he's a decent quarterback, obviously, but you have to be able to throw the ball. But
Right.
for going on 15 years now,
15. It's
15.
been that long.
yeah,
15?
like since 2001 or 2, like that was like because they're replaying. This is a replay of the 2001 Super Bowl.
Holy shit!
Yeah, so actually, it's been 18 years.
Hey,
Holy
let's go
shit.
Rams. In that case, let's go Rams.
But the one
LA.
thing that he's always had,
Huh?
they have a fantastic offensive line. The guy has more time to think about and throw the football more than any quarterback I've ever seen in the league, ever.
Yeah, that's true.
And the thing is, you have to be a good quarterback. But when you give a good quarterback more time,
Right, but if you if you give the quarterback enough time to read War and Peace, then
yeah, I mean, that's what's happening. That's why he's had
that's why
so
it's so
much
effective.
success.
Yeah.
And anyway, they've had all sorts of wide receivers, some good running backs to no fucking running back, and good defense, bad defenses, and the guy still wins. So when was it last year in the Super Bowl? I mean, he threw for nearly 500 yards and still lost. So it's kind of like it's the defense I think is gonna determine who wins the Super Bowl, and if the defense holds up for the Patriots, they're gonna win.
Well, I hope you're wrong.
I hope I'm wrong too. Yeah. I don't want to be right. I don't want them to win.
Yeah, LA definitely needs a win. Yeah. LA, yeah.
Wait, how long have the Rams been back now? Like 3 years?
2, isn't it?
2?
2, yeah.
Second,
like
yeah.
2 years,
okay.
yeah. 2 or 3 years, it sounds the same.
Yeah,
I mean,
the Rams have been for 2. The Chargers this is their first year in LA, isn't it?
Yeah, but nobody cares about the Chargers. They freaking suck. Hey, a shout out to Robert Flores. He's a Charger fan, and hey, they fucking stink. Oh no, I just wanted to say that out loud. Hey, and Josh Correas, hey, you a bitch for fucking not coming out here. I don't know. I just randomly.
you keep throwing him. Huh? Oh yeah, we missed the pause. It doesn't matter. It's fine.
It was funny because he's a Giants fan, and we have a few Cowboys fans at work, and it's like, hey, take that shit off. Especially because the Cowboys made the playoffs, so people were making their wearing their Cowboys gear, and he's like, oh, take that shit off.
Right? Exactly.
Oh
yeah. So hey Josh. Hey, you're a bitch for fucking missing out the podcast. Hey, yeah, I'm putting you on blast. So, put that shit on loud. All right.
We have fun here.
Do you guys have any predictions for the Super Bowl?
I don't follow football, but just for the heck of it, I'm betting on the Patriots. So if you guys want to bet on it,
the thing is, I'm on the Patriots too. I don't know.
But you said you wanted to bet, dude.
But I'm not gonna I don't want to lose
We'll do it. We'll just do a meal.
All right. Then fine. I'll go with the Rams just to go against you.
Wait, straight up or are we?
Straight up. No, I'm not doing that point stuff. Just straight up. Just for a meal, dude.
All right, I'm fine with that. All right.
All right, let's do it.
All right, fine.
There it is.
All right, you heard it. All right, bets. All right, I know this episode's gonna drop a week afterwards, but
we so after the episode drops, depending on so after we have the episode go on, we'll consummate the bet whoever wins, and that'll be our first vlog.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, we could talk about the game and everything, and your thoughts and highlights and stuff like that. So.
Yeah, for sure. So. We could talk about how the Patriots lost. I mean,
see now
it's
I'm
part of the fun, you know.
So I could predict the future. So,
yeah. But now knowing that I bet on it, I know that the Rams are gonna get fucking killed.
Get out of here. I'm already making plans for the Rams parade. Come on now. I'm ready to take off work to go to the Rams parade.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah.
I have a question. You're a big sports fan. Are you superstitious at all? Do you have any rituals or anything? Or
any rituals? Not really.
Like wearing a certain jersey, or wearing not changing your socks, or always standing up for the field goal attempts.
Nah, not really. I mean, I just recently started attending football games, maybe 3 years ago. Yeah, now.
Well, I mean, now that were you asking as a sports fan or as actually competing in sports?
No, sports fan. There's people that are that have a lot of rituals.
Yeah.
Just, I mean, I guess a lot of them just do it for fun, but I guess the diehard ones are some of them who are weird who actually believe in it. I guess.
Get this, he will confirm that. I bullshit you not. I went to a Monday Night Football in San Francisco because the Giants were playing. I bullshit you not. I drove more than I was at the game. At the game. So it was 6 hours for maybe 3 hours or so and drive another 6 hours. So
what? And he made it back the next day.
Yeah, I was on the road 12 hours just for maybe 4 hours.
Oh my god.
So yeah.
That's diehard because the one
that's
thing
dedication. That's dedication.
It's funny. There's a we talked a few podcasts ago about the my friend Daniel, who's a huge soccer fan. He's a huge Galaxy fan, and so we would hang out in the support section and we would talk shit to the other support section that would come in.
Mm-hmm.
And when we would beat them, like they come from like Portland or wherever, some long far place away.
Mm-hmm.
And when we would win, you came a long way just to lose. That would be the song that we would sing at the end of the game. And it's like, thank God you didn't go all that way to see them lose.
Hey, get this. I flew to Dallas to watch my team lose.
Oh, shit.
What?
Not one time, but I did that twice.
Oh, God.
Yeah, so I went to Dallas. But you know what? It was all fun and games.
It's all,
you know?
it's an experience.
I
no
mean, as
matter
long as
what,
you had
know
fun.
what I mean?
As
Have you
long as you
been-
still had fun.
Yeah.
I have fun.
Have you been to the Meadowlands, though? Have you watched the home game for the Giants?
You know what? That's definitely on my bucket list. And I lived there, and I actually never
You never went?
experienced in the MetLife. Yeah, the
Right.
MetLife Stadium.
Yeah.
But you know what? That's definitely on my bucket list, and I believe that. Mark my words. I'm going to MetLife this year. You know what?
You're going to go this year?
Yeah, I'm gonna go this year. Fuck it.
Are you going to dress up in, like, just a G-string and, like, paint your body, like, blue
Nah,
and red?
fuck that. You know what? I definitely hate the cold, but you know what? I'll be there. You know what? As a matter of fact, I booked my hotel last December to go to the MetLife Stadium in Jersey, and I did want to watch the ball drop in NYC. And another thing, I lived in New York, but I never actually gone to the city to watch the ball drop. That's another thing on my bucket list.
Yeah, so
Have
got,
you
like,
seen
kind
any
of touristy things?
Yeah, have you like gone to any of the New York team stadiums
mean, I
other
have-
than Madison Square Garden?
I mean, other than Madison Square Garden, no, I have not. No.
So you haven't been to like Yankee Stadium or Citi
You know
Field
what?
or
My
anything?
sister has. My
Yeah?
sister has gone to the Yankee Stadium. I don't know to play with what team, but
Yeah.
she has. I mean,
Because that's
yeah.
one of my bucket list items
Yeah.
is to travel to every baseball stadium.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think I have maybe, I want to say, hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 5 stadiums on my belt. I mean, there's a lot more, way more. But yeah. But I want to say the Cowboy Stadium, I don't want to say is my favorite because I freaking hate the Cowboys. Yeah, I freaking hate the Cowboys. But that is a huge stadium. As a matter of fact, when you go into the stadium, it's in a big old hole underground. I don't know. It's hard to explain it, but the ground level, and then you got to go downward, and then it's like a dome. It's
Okay.
the
Yeah,
biggest.
yeah.
It's the biggest stadium in the northern hemisphere. So yeah, but not for long though, cause LA
Oh, yeah,
Rams.
the Rams Stadium.
We're gonna take it. We're gonna take the cake. So, fuck the Dallas Cowboys. I want to say that on record. fuck the Dallas Cowboys and fuck the Philadelphia Eagles.
Wait, quick question for everybody. Jump in if you know. But where? Okay, the Rams Stadium is going to be in Inglewood. Where's the Charger Stadium?
They're gonna be
It's-
sharing it.
Yeah.
Oh, they are?
Yeah, similar to the
Yeah.
Meadowlands with the Jets and Giants. They share
Oh, okay.
MetLife.
Yeah, just like the Lakers and Clippers.
Oh, okay, yeah.
But
'cause
the Clippers, I'm sorry to cut you off, but the Clippers, I heard they wanted to build a stadium. The Clippers.
their own stadium.
right next to the Rams
Oh,
Stadium
okay. In
because in Inglewood because they don't want to share no more.
Right, right.
But-
Interesting.
But for LA, I don't think it's a good idea because what if you have a Clipper game? What if you have a football game?
I know.
What if
Oh my
what
God.
if you have a
the
Laker
traffic
game?
game? Oh,
What if you have a Laker game? What if you got LA Kings game?
That's gonna cut off like a lot of.
It's like
yeah.
you're like gridlock.
Yeah,
yeah.
It's like holy shit.
not only gridlock, but it's gonna affect all those teams because you're gonna lose out on fans because if you have like the hockey only guys, they're gonna go obviously watch the Kings.
Yeah.
But then you have like, well, do I want to watch the Lakers or obviously if you're a Lakers fan, you're
Yeah.
gonna go see the Lakers game.
Uh-huh.
Clippers the other way around, but it's like. The football only guys are going to go there, but it's going to be split. You're not going to get the. Well, I'm not a, Chargers fan per se, but it's LA, so I'm gonna go to the Charger game and support them.
Yeah.
And so you're losing out kind of on the fair weather fans too, which is bad for the team. I mean, for me, I'm like I kind of don't like fair weather fans, but I understand that they're important to like.
It's all business, yeah.
Yeah,
it's all
exactly.
business.
It's important for the business so that like my team can get spend more money for better players.
Yeah. For example, the convention center. Originally, the Rams stadium was supposed to be built there, and I'm glad.
Oh yeah. Oh, that would.
Thank God.
They didn't tear down the convention center for the Rams stadium because. That how bad that would be for traffic and
It's already bad, right?
holy
Bad
shit,
enough.
downtown LA,
Yeah,
it's already bad.
Yeah, because I remember when there was when that all was going down, when they were trying to figure out like are the Raiders moving here or the Chargers moving here, the Rams. They were even talking about like doing kind of a multi-purpose stadium where the Dodgers would end up moving down there too.
Oh, geez.
And it's like in one sense it'd be for I could take the subway down there,
Yeah.
but man, that would fuck up traffic so bad. It's just it was not designed for what we have in store today. It's just it's bad.
The current like road system that we have, it's not designed. It never designed for that kind of capacity. And and I was only confused because I know the Chargers are playing out of Carson.
Yeah.
And for some reason, I felt like I was under the impression that they're building like two different stadiums.
Yeah, because they're playing near the where the Galaxy play.
Don't they have
Yeah.
two soccer stadiums?
Yeah, well,
there's
it's Home
LA,
Depot Center. That's where the LAFC and the
Yeah.
Galaxy play.
Yeah.
It used to be Chivas, but they fucking suck.
For some reason, I thought LAFC was Galaxy still.
No, they're separate.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Well, LAFC replaced Chivas USA.
Okay.
Because in Chivas, it was bad. Like
Nobody
kinda,
was watching. Nobody was watching Chivas. Huh?
Well, because Chivas were fucking gay. They sucked as a team. Fuck those guys. But the thing is, when the Chivas was the home team, they'd have half the stadium tarped off because nobody wanted. They couldn't give the tickets away.
They
for
couldn't.
one.
Oh, so they weren't a draw. They couldn't-
Right. Whereas, like, we, as the support section for the Galaxy, Angel City Brigade, we would go and we would outnumber them. We couldn't hear the fucking Chivas, like, support group. They were, like, so far away, couldn't hear them. They were just, nobody was there.
Okay.
So, thank God that they're gone. I fuck LAFC, too. Fuck those guys. Galaxy all the way.
Yeah.
I know, like, the U.S. like soccer league, like it's definitely the minor leagues of soccer, but hey, it's our league, so
Yeah.
it's definitely a better product than it was like 20 years ago.
But you know what? On the same note, 2024, I am looking forward for the FIFA World Cup because it's coming to North
That's
America.
right.
So you know what?
We should go.
It was on my bucket list to attend a FIFA World Cup, and I'm finally gonna accomplish that.
Let's do it.
In North America. Yeah, and you know what? They're coming to the Ram Stadium.
Oh, they're gonna play. They're gonna play there.
Rams,
Oh shit!
Yeah.
Let's do it, man. I want to.
Well, I know
go.
in
Yeah,
3 years
definitely.
it's gonna when the stadium is completed, they're gonna have the Super Bowl here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's definitely.
I've never been to a professional football game. I've been to a bunch of college games, but not
Not professional, not NFL.
Yeah, I haven't been to an NFL game yet.
Okay.
Yeah, neither have I.
Yeah, I'm total opposite. I've never been to a NCAA,
It's fun,
but
man.
I've gone to NFL.
Yeah. Well, I unfortunately went to a UCLA game. Ugh. God.
Hey,
Fuck those guys. Fuck the Bruins.
Hey, you have Miller High Life?
Yeah.
I mean,
The champagne of beers.
Yeah, I'll take one. It's been
Yeah.
a while
Yeah, it's in this.
since my high school days.
Well, see, because I got these for New Year's.
Really?
And, yeah, because
Is that old?
well, I mean, it's
like a
February.
month.
It's
It's a month.
February, for God's
Okay,
sakes.
all right. Beer never gets old, so
Yeah,
Exactly.
but no, I didn't want to buy champagne, so I got the champagne of beers. It was
Champagne
kind
and beer, say you never could go wrong, right?
Womp womp.
Well, before you You gonna grab a beer real quick? No, we'll end the
Yeah.
we'll end it.
We'll wrap things up. Okay, let's wrap things up now.
So we have our bet. So I'm going with the Rams. So that means the Patriots are gonna win. Unfortunately.
No, get out of here. L.A.
That means you're
LA.
You're out a meal.
LA.
You owe
Yeah,
a meal too.
you know, it's I've already like
I don't know what he's talking about, but you know the L.A.
Is it okay?
coming on,
Is it
yeah.
a meal of our choice? Like first, so if you win, like wherever
I
you
don't know,
want to go,
is there gonna be a
or
cap?
Vice versa.
Is there a cap?
Yeah, I mean, it's reasonable. I'm not gonna.
Let's say
I'm
like
not gonna be a
between,
dick and like.
between the two of us, like because you were saying $100. Let's make sure like so for the two of us, no more than like
No more than 100.
I mean like within reason, like
course,
I don't want like a $200 meal.
No, don't
Yeah,
worry,
yeah,
don't
yeah.
worry, dude.
Yeah, but like
Don't worry.
Like
we'll
$50,
cut-
like a $50
like
meal.
a soft $100 cap for
Sure.
both
Yeah,
of us.
yeah,
How about that?
yeah.
I'm not gonna
Dude.
take it to McDonald's
Yeah.
for. Yeah, it's like,
Yeah, it's the winner's choice, of course.
okay, yeah.
Yeah, no, it's fine, dude.
All right,
It's all
so
part of
yeah.
the fun.
All right, so we have that. I've already resigned that I'm gonna lose that money. So
Wait, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? L.A. Rams gonna have it.
Yeah.
Ye of little faith.
Yeah. No. Come on now. You
I
gotta-
know.
come
I
on. The
You never
Rams,
know.
Rams all the way. The Rams. You know why? I'm looking forward for the Rams parade. That's why.
go Bills.
Yes, Luis says so. So Luis says so. So
You
the
know
Rams
what?
are gonna win.
You remember when the Lakers won in 2000? You know how there were people flipping cars and setting them on fire.
That's
Yeah.
what I'm saying.
We're
think
gonna
that was the-
we're gonna repeat that.
No, I'm serious. I think
That would
that might
if
happen.
the Rams win,
they win.
that'll
If
definitely
If the Rams
happen.
win, then for sure that's
You
gonna
better,
happen.
like, yeah.
Yeah. I remember that time
Keep it-
Lakers won against Celtics in
Oh my
game
God.
7.
I remember
I wasn't at I didn't watch the game at Staples, but I was across the street at LA Live in the Hyatt hotel bar.
Oh shit!
It was like packed with people watching, and it's like
I
everyone
don't
was like losing their
freaking get
mind.
that,
They went
man.
fucking-
Dude, I was
Crazy.
there when they like freaking.
Destroying
I was
your
there when
community, dude.
when they were like flipping over cars and setting things on fire. I was
Oh,
there.
yeah.
I understand
So-
if like you
so-
lose doing
Yeah.
that shit.
Yeah,
Why
no,
would
but
you?
in LA, yeah, but knowing LA, if the Rams win, that's gonna happen.
Oh yeah,
Uh,
of course.
The 90, was it the 92 riots or 94?
92.
right?
Yeah, it was 92.
Yeah, so we're gonna have a 92 repeat.
Dude.
Yeah, you know what? I'm looking forward. You know why? Because I want LA to be officially shut down. Shut down. Yeah.
So you don't have to go to work.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I want to have to go to work. Exactly.
See, I know. I see you. I
Exactly,
See you. I see
exactly.
you, Luis.
He has an ulterior.
I-
motive.
Yeah, I see you, Luis.
I don't want to go to work and still get paid. Hey, you know what?
I
On
see
that
you.
note,
I
on
see
that
you,
note,
son. I see you.
on that note, you remember when George H.W. Bush
Yeah,
passed?
that's right.
You know
we got,
how? Yeah, exactly. We get a day off.
Oh, you got
Yeah.
the post
It
office
was a
shut down.
paid day off, too.
exactly.
Oh,
yeah.
nice.
Yeah. So
our Uncle George died, so we
Yeah.
we got paid.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah,
we
so,
got to mourn.
Yeah, I was mourning for the whole week, but we only had a day off.
Come on, Jimmy Carter.
Man, it just hit me too hard. Just George
Right.
H.W. Man, it just hit me too hard.
Right.
I needed that week.
Right?
And with
Yeah.
Jimmy Carter, we can just celebrate.
Oh Jesus!
What was it? The Simpsons like bash that guy so much. It's funny. It's like there was an episode where
Oh.
Marge goes to like jail for stealing bourbon from the Quickie Mart, and they didn't make like it was like $32 for like what Marge would have made at this like bake off for like to get an Abraham Lincoln statue in Springfield,
Uh-huh.
and so all they could afford was a Jimmy Carter one.
Oh.
And it's like, and when they unveil, it's like history's greatest monster. Or
And King of the Hill like dumped on him too.
yeah, well, Jimmy Carter, he nice guy, terrible president, but hey, so we'll celebrate when Jimmy Carter is the next one.
All right.
So, anyways, Luis, where can people reach you or find you or get in contact with you?
That's the thing. I don't like being contact, especially if you're a female. Reaching out for child support, don't contact me. Nah, you know what? Hey, you know what? That's a joke. I'm just joking. I'll stay abstinent. I'm saving myself for marriage.
Yeah. That was funnier than your last statement.
All right.
you have any like social media platforms?
Yeah,
or anything like that?
IG L_Cruz 831. That's L_CRUZ 831. Yeah, you can check me out. But yeah.
Or if
glad-
you're,
I'm
Well,
glad,
yeah, and if you want,
I'm
you know,
happy.
want to see him at work, you know, go,
or if
head
you're
to
feeling
post
plucky
office.
and want to hit on him at
Yeah,
work,
yeah.
you know, he's
If you come check me out at work too, yeah. Yeah, so the location is classified
yeah,
G13, yeah.
yeah. But if you're smart, then
Yeah, you'll
you're more
figure
than
it
welcome.
out.
Yeah, you'll
yeah.
figure it out. So
If
yeah.
you're smart, you'll figure it out.
And then I want to leave out saying fuck the Patriots. I fucking hate them. Yeah, so Rams.
Yes, if it
NFC.
wasn't clear, he hates the Patriots.
Yeah.
Oh, and fuck the
NFC.
Cowboys too, right?
Yeah. Fuck the Cowboys too. Yeah. And then fuck the Eagles too. And fuck Josh Correas for fucking.
So much ire in this episode.
I know, right?
Yeah.
So
Fire,
much hate,
much
just so
fire,
much hate.
dude.
Yeah, fuck Josh Correas for not coming, and I'll repeat that a million times.
Well, Luis, thank you so much for coming on. I know we had.
Hey, thanks for having me.
Yeah,
I mean,
of course, man. We
yeah, for sure.
we enjoyed having you. Enjoyed sharing some laughs and some drinks with you, and
Yeah, cheers.
we'll definitely
Cheers.
have you on again.
Yeah,
Cheers, man. Good times. Good times.
Salud.
And well, that's it. That's it for the episode today, guys. If you want to hit up Luis on Instagram, you can do that.
Yeah, hit me up if you're single. You know, no kids.
Yeah,
You know,
especially if you're smart.
Yeah,
Really
es-
smart.
Especially if you're smart, like he was saying. You know,
Really
you
smart.
gotta
Really
be really
smart.
smart. Yeah, and no kids too. You know, I'm not trying to have no baby daddy drama and shit. But yeah, definitely. Yeah, and then also let me add, if you want a green card, you hit me up too. I mean, shit. You know, shit. Hey. Yeah. So hey, it's a pleasure. Salute. Hey,
All right,
Alex.
Robert,
Alex.
it's time to land this plane. It's time to land
All right,
this
it's
plane.
time to land this bird. If you want to reach us for the podcast, you can reach us on Twitter at podcast COJ. Our Instagram is Circle of Jerks is on there, so definitely leave your comments, all that stuff. We'll contact you. We'll respond. You can see our previous episodes of the main podcast, and make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Tuesday nights around 8ish o'clock, we have Nocturnal Transmissions. That's our live stream between Andy and myself, talking about stuff during the news, movie reviews, fucking around, all the stuff that we normally do. If you're already watching those episodes, you know what's going on. And then while it's on a little bit of a hiatus, I do have old episodes of the Up by Up Down, the gaming show that we have on the channel, which will probably come back at some point. I don't know if it's going to be this year or whatnot, but we'll have something on that side too. And until next time, we'll see you until the next episode.
Deuces. Let's get it. End of the podcast photo.